Your most hungry place, I was past that at 28. Underground tapes, as my ass cap in publishing states. As we slide in the G-Ride, I've been getting criticized. It's keeping me energized. Create with a business mind, I'm for where killers reside. A wild hood, only knew goons since my childhood. Say anything in they raps cause it sound good. Don't even mean what they say, horrible outlook. Y'all ain't really about this house. Y'all was in the house with it. We don't respect fake jewelry and silly outfits. Window down, blowing out. Great tits, New York's J. Prince on Houston Street. I caught the bounce before my even bounced the beat. I took the hard way in the man, it's the route for me. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. The first game's out of the way, time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Here we go, back. Open. Go over. Ready?
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing Jones. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. On the move past the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Right back to him on first down. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. They stop short. Down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Daniel Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready! Hurry, hurry!
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This defense for the Dolphins, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Second and 9 now. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Chris Barnes. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Now Jones just going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now they send the tight end in motion left. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Pats are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. It was Raekwon Davis with the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give
2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Slot man moves right. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots 35. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. 55 rushing yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Handoff out of the gun. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Now Jones. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is indeed good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So that one on target, and it adds to this first-half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down. The Patriots had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. They send Parker in motion left. He'll look to throw. And this complete to a man they went against in practice for years, Devontae Parker. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. So, Charles, this game number 2 in the NFL career, this rookie quarterback, his guys took the loss in the opener. And when asked after that game by reporters how he did, he was pretty curt. He said, not well. What did you see?
Well, first and foremost, I loved his answer to the media, because he was being honest. And those veterans in the locker room, they're looking at him to see how he's going to handle things. And they like the fact that he's not blaming other people, because I thought he struggled. The only thing that's going to help him, though, reps. No matter how many big games you played in college, how well you do in practice, the reps in the real games, that's when you begin to grow as a quarterback.
Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Warriors 17. 19 tight. 19 tight.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Harris. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll set up a throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
Boy, that's 3 points you really expect to have. That's nothing more than a lack of concentration to me, because an NFL kicker should make this kick in his sleep.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Jones looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 11 now. Jones, and the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Let's go now.
Jones now. Off play action. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Forced out to his left. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Now a first down carry for Harris, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's 2nd and 8. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up.
Let's go, let's go, let's go! Trap 50, trap 50!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. Here's Hill on the return. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 67 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 31-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Daniel Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Foxborough. They'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
19 right.
He'll look to throw.
And that nearly intercept come up with. And instead, it's fourth down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And this returnable for Hill.
That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 22-yard line.
On the double.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Hey, check
And now
that.
you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football. Right? You can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They'll drop to throw.
And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field.
Touchdown! Damian Harris from 6 yards away.
And the Patriots are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game, the interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Now Jones just going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of first. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Here's Jackson to return. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive, and in a relatively... And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Javon Holland, and the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some space here. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, ready?
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit.
He saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
That swung out wide to Harris. Finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
Touchdown, Patriots. His first career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On 2nd down, Mostert. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Jones off the play fake. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jayon Brown. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, a 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. 2nd and 5. Completes this one to Thornton. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. Touchdown! Hunter Henry, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Patriots have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other
side to get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now.
A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different, but ultimately time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short, and they hold on to win this by just one possession.
Not the fourth quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see if they can